Welcome back to another episode of the Video Game Roundup, the show where I show you guys all my newly completed games as well as all my newly purchased games that I am adding into my video game collection. If you guys have missed the previous episodes as well as my long series on showing you guys my entire video game collection, the playlist is in the description below. Trying to cut short on a lot of these intros this time. I don't want a whole lot of this kind of stuff, so we're just going to jump right into it. This time, I have quite a bit of completed games to show you guys. As soon as Christmas was over, I did a little bit of an eBay shopping spree and went through and actually started to complete some of my loose DS copies. And I'm going to be showing you guys what I have completed today, as well as a few newcomers that will be coming into the collection. So I got quite a chunk that I'm going to be showing you guys today, so hopefully you guys are ready. I got my secondary camera over here, just in case I need to show anything up close. And yeah, also, I'm going to be recording my audio through OBS because Audacity is kind of being an asshole the past few times that I've tried to record. So we're going to be going on that, and I think this is just going to become a new thing. So without further ado, let's get started. I got some kind of single ones for the completed, because I'm going to go through the completed first. I'm going to go through kind of the single ones that aren't really in a group, and we're just going to go from there. First off, I have completed my copy of Breath of the Wild. Finally got a proper case for it. Still not a game that I have started yet, but I'm glad I actually have it complete in the original case now. eBay. Yeah, all these cases and manuals and stuff came from eBay, which is pretty freaking cool. Next one, I was able to complete my DS copy of Bakugan Battle Brawlers. It's got its manual and its case and everything with it. So very excited that I actually am able to complete that. I absolutely love this game. I need to go through and complete it again. This might be a video. Maybe, if I can figure out how to record DS footage. Next up, we completed Final Fantasy Explorers. This was a DS game that was on the previous Video Game Roundup, and I actually found a case and everything for it as well. So yeah, that's pretty sick. So that's nice. I still haven't played this game yet, so hopefully I'll be able to play it soon. This next group that I was able to complete is my Kingdom Hearts collection, starting off obviously with 358 over 2 days. Was able to get this with the manual and such, which is really freaking nice. 358 over 2 days isn't my favorite Kingdom Hearts games, but I do need to replay it again so I can start officially doing a Kingdom Hearts ranking. Because who doesn't want to piss off another community, am I right? Next up, we have Kingdom Hearts Recoded. Got a little cool shiny case. I actually really like the case for this because of the shininess of it. But we also have its inserts and the game in it, which is really nice. But yeah, this might be my favorite case so far just because of the design of it. I really like the glowy dots, the shining dots, whatever the hell you want to say. It really adds to the whole the technology computer data thing that's going on in Recoded. I think Recoded is a little underrated, I'm not gonna lie. The last time I played it, it was really good. I really enjoyed Recoded. The story's kind of but the gameplay is pretty good. So I gotta give this another playthrough as well to see how I like it. So yeah, Recoded right here. And of course, to finish off the Kingdom Hearts pile, we of course have Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance. This one I didn't know came with a manual. I thought all 3DS games didn't have manuals with them, but I guess there are some that do and don't have manuals. So that might be something I might have to look into. But yeah, Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance also here. But if this is one of those 3DS games that do have manuals with it, I might need to look into the other ones. But yeah, this is here. All right, going into the next... Oh, there was one that I forgot that apparently was in the middle of this. This could have been great at the beginning. I also completed my Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask as well. This one just has the inserts in it. I don't know... when it boils down to like what a 3DS copy is known as complete. If people want to educate me a little more in the comments below, because I know some have like a little slip that has the manual cover on it. and then some apparently have manuals. So if you guys want to let me know in the comments below, just so I can figure it out. 3DS copies, in terms of trying to complete them, it's not really worth it a whole lot, to be honest with you, just because there's no manuals or anything with it. Like DS copies, those do have manuals, so I do want to make sure I'm hunting down for those. But 3DS copies are a little more obscure, so if you guys have any information on that, please let me know so I can further better my collecting. But yeah, I also have Majora's Mask. I haven't played this one yet, but yeah, it's here. So this next one is actually what caused me to want to start completing a lot of these, because I just finished Mario & Luigi Superstar Saga on the Game Boy Advance. Finally, it was a fun game. I really enjoyed it, but I wanted to complete all the rest of my Mario & Luigi titles, so I actually was able to do that. We have, first off, Mario & Luigi Partners in Time. I think this might be my favorite game in the series. It's got its manual and everything with it. Really happy to have this. I know this game can be like easily broken and can be one of the easiest games in the series, but like I really enjoy the story of Mario & Luigi Partners in Time, and this series is something that I want to do a video on in the future. So if you guys want to see that, let me know. But yeah, and then we have Bowser's Inside Story, one of the more popular title of the fan series. It's been a while since I've played the original. It's got the manual and everything with it, so this might be another one that I need to revisit, but yep, that's also completed. Next up, we have Mario & Luigi Superstar Saga. Another one of those that just has the inserts and stuff with it, which is pretty nifty, so we got that. And then Mario & Luigi Dream Team, just kind of rattling them off right here. This one's one of those ones that has one of those slips in it that also kind of has a little bit of a manual with it. But yeah, Dream Team also here. I haven't been really utilizing that, but it's I guess this camera is more set up for if I got loose DS games, but we'll figure that out later. And then Mario & Luigi Paper Jam. This is the only one that I did not get any slips for. I couldn't find any copies, any cases with the slips inside them. But the slips, in my personal opinion, don't really mean much anyway. So I just have the case and the game for this guy. So yeah, that rattles off all my Mario & Luigi games, all fully completed. Really nice to have that, because I also have Bowser's Inside Story plus I forgot what it's, Bowser Jr.'s Journey, I think is what it's called, also back there. So it's really nice to have all of these completed, and I'll be putting them on my shelf. These have been stacked up on my desk for God knows how long, so I'm so glad that I'm actually recording them and can put them into my collection, because I keep these aside until I'm actually able to do that. But anyway, last two games for the completion process. First off, I completed my Pokemon X copy, got the case for it and the inserts in it. I don't know if this has supposed to have a slipper with it or not, but yeah, Pokemon X. This one I have beaten in the past, but then I'm also playing Pokemon Omega Ruby now. I had to take it out of my 3DS just to show it off, but yeah, slips, case, and everything. I'm in the middle of playing this right now. I just got the electric badge, and I just stopped Team Magma on top of the volcano. I think a lot of the SMT and Persona that I've been playing, like all the monster collecting genres, as well as maybe a little bit of influence from Micah, I've actually found a deep enjoyment of the Pokemon games, and now I'm trying to complete the Pokedex on Pokemon Sword while I'm at home, and then playing through Omega Ruby. So this might be another video type in the future. You never know. So yeah, I've actually found a really deep enjoyment of playing the Pokemon games. So let me know if you want to see any videos on any of the Pokemons. I think that would be fun. And that is all of the games that I have completed. And I have a little black case that I showed off in my original series of all my DS and 3DS games. I plan on completing those soon. I don't know if it's going to be next month or maybe March, depending on where my financial situation is at, just because it's kind of crummy right now, I'm not gonna lie. And also we have Reload and Rebirth coming. I'm gonna be trying to complete those first and foremost. There's like a loose PS2 game and stuff that I need to make sure that I get cases and stuff for. I really want to try to complete my other games in my collection before I start adding a bunch of new games into here. But I do have a couple of repeat games that I'm going to be adding into my collection. First off is Far Cry 3. I have this digitally on the PS4 store, as well as I have it in the Far Cry collection for PS3. But I'm not going to lie, I tried to play the PS3 version of Far Cry on the compilation, and it's so choppy. I don't know if it's my PS3 or maybe it's the fact that it's in a compilation itself. So that's why I bought Far Cry 3 again as a standalone experience to see if that affects the quality of the game. But yeah, I bought this on my birthday at the secondhand store that I usually frequent. And yeah, the other one that I bought from the same place, as well as it also is a repeat game, is the collector's edition of Final Fantasy X and X-2 for the PS3. I've been wanting to get this version of the game for a while, and the fact that it is a collector's edition is really, really nice. It's got the art book and everything for it, as well as the game. There's a bunch of freaking GameStop stickers all over it, which is funny because it didn't come from GameStop, but I got a good deal on it. And I just really wanted to add the PS3 version of Final Fantasy X and X-2 to the collection, just for collector's sake, just because Final Fantasy X is my favorite Final Fantasy of all time, and I just want to have it on every system. I guess I gotta get the Xbox One version next. But yeah, those are the two repeat games that I'm adding into the collection. All right, last but not least, I got a few new games that we're going to be adding to the collection. I got 3 Nintendo 64 games, actually, a couple of new 3DS games, as well as a new PS5 game. So, starting off with the N64 games, I bought these 3 N64 games at a pawn shop for fairly cheap, surprisingly. First off, Banjo-Tooie. I have Banjo-Kazooie in the N64 collection already. So I wanted to get the sequel. From what I've played with Banjo-Kazooie so far, it's actually really fun, so I wanted to get the sequel just to see if I like it. So that's another thing that I eventually want to see, and then I'll show you. We got the back and everything for it. But yeah, Banjo-Tooie is here in the collection. Next up, I forgot, is actually technically a repeat, but it's also a replacement. Gauntlet Legends. So the previous Gauntlet Legends game that I had was actually a knockoff. It was one when my friend used to work at the pawn shop that I frequent. They were putting out a bunch of bootleg N64 games, and Gauntlet Legends was actually one of those games that I played when I was younger, and I never really fully either finished or like super got into it. I just mostly did it when I had a stepbrother. And yeah, so the ones he was putting out, he was selling for fairly cheap because they were bootleg copies, and I'm like, you know what, if it's a bootleg, whatever. But I saw this, it was an authentic copy. I was like, screw it, I'm gonna replace that just so I have an authentic one in my collection. I threw the other one into the abyss because I didn't pay that much for it. But yeah, Gauntlet Legends is here. Last N64 game, this might make people laugh or question my sanity, and I really don't care. Quest 64. Quest 64 was another game that my stepbrother owned when he had an N64 and brought it in, and I watched Pro Jared's video on it, and I forgot how bad it was. And I have always been, if you guys can't tell from both the Jimmy Neutron video and my Balan Wonderworld video, I'm intrigued by bad games to see how bad they actually are. And obviously, you know, me calling it a bad game is taking Pro Jared at his word. I haven't played or completed. I've played this game, but I never really got far into it. I was also really young, so I never really did anything. So if people are going to yell at me calling this a bad game, whatever. But yeah, Quest 64 added to the collection. This might also be a video that I do. Alright, with the N64 games out of the way, we are going to hop into the 3DS games. First off, one being New Super Mario Bros. 2. I have the original Super Mario Bros. Completed that. It was a pain in the ass, so I decided to get the sequel. I found it at a GameStop for fairly cheap. I had my $5 off coupon, so I put it in the collection because why the fuck not? Next up is actually a new game, but also one that got completed because I bought this game with the N64 games the same day, but it was by itself, so I had to get a case for it and all that, which is Pokemon Ultra Sun. After getting Pokemon Sun, I was scolded by my friend Micah because Ultra Sun apparently is better. It's got everything with it. Oh yeah, the new Super Mario Bros. Also has everything with it. I forgot to show that off. It's got the slips with it. I was very much scolded by Micah for just getting Sun, so I got Ultra Sun, and I immediately went on eBay because I was already completing all my Pokemon games anyway, and I bought the 3DS, or the case for it, on eBay. So, yep, we have this, and we also have it completed and adding it to the pile. Last but not least is the PS5 game that maybe some of you have been waiting for. I waited and waited until this dropped in price because, honestly, like the $70 price tag that when this initially came out was just not worth it to me, mostly because it's a spin-off, and that is Persona 5 Tactica. Finally in the collection. I found a copy for $40 at a GameStop. New copy, brand new copy. I wanted to make sure that there wasn't a code on there because I haven't used it yet. But yes, we now have Persona 5 Tactica in the collection. My friend has been playing it quite a bit, and he said he's enjoyed it so far. I've heard good things about Persona 5 Tactica. I just didn't want to pay $70 for it. So I waited for the price drop, and it was $40. I was like, you know what? That seems worth it to me. Let's get it. I don't play a whole lot of tactical RPGs, I'm not gonna lie. The only tactical RPG that I've played through is Mario and Rabbids. And then I started to play a little bit of Devil Survivor. And I just haven't really gotten into a whole lot of tactical RPGs. So I'm gonna give it a shot at some point. Maybe this will be another video on the channel. Let me know in the comments below. But that is it, guys. That is the video game roundup for January. Quite a good chunk of games completed, as well as some new games to add to the collection. And I'm really happy that I can actually put these on my shelf now. For the month of February, obviously we have Reload coming out, as well as we have Rebirth. Oh god, I'm pretty sure Rebirth gets released on the 20. Oh god, I gotta look at a calendar. Rebirth drops on the last day of February. I have to record my video a couple days before, so I have time to actually edit it, unless I want to do it last minute, because the next day I go on a trip. So there's a good chance that Rebirth won't show up in the next video game roundup, but it will show up in March's. It'll just have to boil down to whatever I'm doing. I might be too busy playing Reload. You never know. So February might be a little shaky when it comes to this series. But I also had an idea where I could show off all of my digital games too. My games off of Steam, as well as my digital games off of PlayStation and Xbox and whatever I have. So if you guys want to see the digital video game roundup, let me know, and I could probably make that happen. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. If you guys are doing that YouTube, follow me on X at OperationGamer1, all that cool stuff, or Twitter, or whatever the hell you want to call it. I might be deleting it soon, I'm not going to lie. Twitter is fucking, yeah. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.